There's two things I know for certain. People who love me, they love me because I tell it how it is. People who hate me, they hate me because I tell it how it is. The one consistent thing to that is, I always tell it how it is, whether you love me or hate me. Ladies and gentlemen, small story. Today I was at work. I caught a few minutes, I posted my video. Didn't really have time to go through the internet or anything. My last video was about Molly Qerim. It was a video that I've been waiting to do. I just really tried to do it and never finished it, or whatever the case may be, and I just did it yesterday. I did the video yesterday, I posted it today. And it's talking about how Molly doesn't keep the same energy for certain people in the same situations when it comes to personal conduct codes. So I watched the video that I posted, to make sure that everything is cool or whatever the case may be, just like I do all my other videos. And this particular time, what video pops up right after that? This video right here.
Dan, your reaction to the Bills releasing Matt Ariza?
Obviously the right decision. I think, the question I had was, what did they find out now that they didn't know previously? And I also think it's one of those situations where you say, don't tell me about culture, show me about culture, I guess, in your organization. Certainly the right decision to make sure that is nowhere near their organization or the NFL.
I don't know how they kept this from getting out. How the police or somebody did not do something about this or with this much sooner than it is. And I hate to have a thought go through my head, like, I wonder, would it be the same situation if these were some black kids or some African-American football players or something like that? That's where my mind went. I mean, when you hear the horrific details of this.
Her father was on ABC World News last night.
You can't.
Yeah, it's hard to stomach.
Yeah, I'm just shocked.
As a father of daughters, different thoughts go through your mind as to what you want to do with that man if you got in front of his face. Imagining that if it was your daughter, that happened to. So the Bills clearly made the right decision. Having said all of that, here's what I love about Bean's explanation. He's talking about, we don't know, we heard, we don't have access to this information, and we have to be careful to not attach guilt or innocence, so we're stuck. I appreciated the fact that an NFL executive acknowledged that, because when it came to DeSean Watson and the plethora of situations, what has been my consistent position, Molly, the league themselves have no business trying to be law enforcement. It's our shield. We don't want you tainting it. You do, your behind is gone. Period. We don't know. But you found yourself in this situation, so that's your problem, and we need you to go and handle that problem before we allow you back into this culture, this system, this organization, because you're right, we don't know. You could be guilty, you could be innocent. We have no clue. What we do know is that you have been accused of this. What we do know is that law enforcement is thinking about dealing with you. And as a result of that, that has tainted our shield. It's very simple when you look at it. The NFL, to me, plays a very dangerous game when they try to mirror law enforcement. Because now we want to know what evidence you've accumulated. How'd you get that evidence? Who gave it to you? Et cetera, et cetera. Because when you go in the court of law in the United States of America, what they say is they show you that evidence. They tell you where they got it from, because you have the presumption of innocence until proven guilty, and you have a right to defend yourself. The NFL, when you try to mirror law enforcement, that's where you make your mistake. But when you do what the Bills did, we don't know what happened. But this is just not good. You gotta go. And you handle that. And when you handle that, assuming you're innocent, we'll take you back. If you're guilty, they'll find out and you gotta go. But we ain't thinking about being law enforcement. We're just saying we don't need that as a part of our culture. That is the role the NFL and professional sports leagues should play, period.
I'm over coming on television talking about NFL players and sexual violence against women.
Yeah.
You know, I can't imagine what the women feel like having to constantly hear us talk about NFL players
That's right.
having sexual violence against women.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus.
So now you want to become a moderator. Now you don't want to talk. Now you're a whole moderator who sits back and allows the people on the panel to talk. Because this white boy, same thing, whether it's one girl, 24 girls, whatever, same thing, maybe even worse. We're talking about a 17-year-old girl, not even a woman yet. We're talking about a girl that was 17 years old. And now, you don't say shit. All of a sudden, you don't say nothing. Just last week, you were going in on DeSean Watson. And in this clip, you say 5 words talking about basically what happened. You didn't give no an opinion, no nothing. This is what my video was just about that I did. I swear to y'all, I did that video yesterday. And I posted it. I didn't watch First Take. I didn't watch anything. I've been at work since 6 o'clock this morning. And this fucking video pops up. Where's your voice now? Where's your voice? Where's the talking? Where's the crying? Where's all of that shit? Where's the voice cracking? It's like I said in that video, I'm not looking for preferential treatment for black men. You know what I want you to do? I want you to keep that same energy when other people do the same thing. When other people are accused of the same thing. We're talking about a lawsuit. No criminal action, or whatever the case may be. We're talking about a lawsuit. Now, same thing I just said. You think that he shouldn't play until the lawsuits are finished. That's what you said. But now, mum's the word. I tell y'all, this is why I say the media is fucked up when it comes to us, when it comes to black people, when it comes to black men. Because I provided proof that Molly is like that, and it didn't even wait 24 hours before she did exactly what the fuck I said. She is quiet as a church mouse on that clip. And why is that? What would you assume? She brought up Ray Rice. She said that it happens far too often, right? She brought up Ray Rice. Ray Rice was 7 years ago, ladies and gentlemen. She was talking about DeSean Watson. She's been talking about DeSean Watson, crying and doing all kinds of stuff, right? And now this little girl, who is 17 years old, if her story is true, I don't know. I wasn't there. Same shit that I said about DeSean Watson. I don't know. Story sounds kind of flaky to me. But them bruises are fucking, the shit that they were saying, kind of crazy, y'all. And the bruises kind of crazy. But to me, this dude looked more guilty because of the bruises and all of this stuff than DeSean ever looked. And guess what you do? You're quiet now, Molly. Why? What is making you close your damn mouth now? And if you're not going to be impartial, then be a fucking moderator. Don't talk about the fucking subjects. If you're going to pick and choose when you're going to use your voice, just do your job. Which is to make sure your job is to keep time, basically. And make sure they don't talk. All of the people, Joy Taylor on Fox Sports, Jenny on skipping on Undisputed. They keep time. They not interjecting themselves into the conversation, this, that, and the third. All you interject yourself into the conversation. You want to be an analyst. Then get a job as an analyst. I'm sick of the bullshit. Otherwise, be a moderator. Be what you get paid to be. And if you're going to be partial and you're going to only tell part of the truth and you're only going to come for certain people based off of what? Based off of what? Based off of what? What's the difference between DeSean and this dude right here? Skin color. You didn't want DeSean to get paid. You didn't say shit about this dude shouldn't play on the field or nothing like that. And he looks even. You said nothing. That's why I say, man, show off.